Hey, how's it going? In a day, I just wanted to give you my initial impressions on the Sony Mocopi system. I just got it a couple weeks ago and I've been experimenting with it and putting it through its paces. And these are just my impressions. Your mileage may vary, so don't get upset if you've got a different experience, but these are just my impressions. First off, I would say that it's better for 2D than 3D animations. And that's no small thing. I mean, if you wanted to tell a story with anime style 2D animation, it's no easy thing to do 2D animation. So I think for 2D animation, it's pretty much there. Like, you could tell stories with it, with 2D animation. For 3D, I think that's another story. So 3D, it could be used for, I would say, a limited range of motions involving slow and generic or gross body movements. That's been my impression. The problem is it's real glitchy. There's a lot of drift, and I've had a lot of issues with the feet not staying grounded. So even when I took this into Rococo Studio, which I believe is a fine software, and it's free, by the way, I had an issue with the foot lock. The feet weren't staying grounded even in the studio. So even though I have the foot lock, they would jump up above the foot lock, so I couldn't even lock the feet, even though there was no reason for the feet not to be on the ground. So I don't know what's going on with that. That's some sort of programming issue, or if there's a way to program foot lock into it. But that's a major issue, is the drifting and the feet not staying grounded. And I couldn't even correct it in Rococo Studio. Would it be better with more sensors? You know, that's a thought. If they can crank out 6 sensors for $450, I mean, would it be that hard to crank out 6 more, and then would that resolve a lot of these problems? Just another 6 more sensors? I mean, I think people would be willing to pay $900, for additional sensors. So that's a thought. Because I was wondering, what if you just, wanted to record upper body motion capture? Could you just repurpose those sensors? Is it possible to do that? Or if you just wanted to do, let's say, lower body animation, could you just lock the upper body and then use the 6 sensors for the lower body? I don't know. It's something to think about. If you record live in Rococo Studio, you can do some more in-depth body adjustments, and so I think you could get a better result potentially out of Rococo Studio than you could maybe in other programs. So Rococo Studio, it would be nice to see Sony really partner up with them so that they resolve these issues, and there's a designated software solution where we can lock the feet down. But like I said, I couldn't get the feet to even stay on the ground, to lock. And the other thing I've noticed is that it requires frequent recalibration. So once you get set up, like you do a take and it's already drifted. So I had to recalibrate basically almost before every take. It's not that big of a deal to do, but it takes, a matter of like 15, 20 seconds to do, but you do have to recalibrate it, and that kind of relates to the drifting issue. So there's frequent recalibration required. And I will say that they did integrate this well with Unreal Engine, with the caveats noted. So if you're just looking to record generic kind of body movements, just very basic body movements, this might be an option for that. Anything that's kind of slow and steady, this might work for that. Nothing that's going to require too much correction. And if you just focus on just the upper versus the lower body, you could be just fine for that. And if you're into 2D storytelling, this could be a fantastic solution for that. So as far as I'm concerned, they've got the 2D animation part of it down pat. Now, if they could just get the 2D animation to look as good as the 3D, they'd have it nailed. So it still feels like a work in progress. And so I certainly hope they continue to refine it and improve it, and we'll just see where it goes for right now. So for my own purposes, I would use it if I wanted to tell a story in 2D. I wouldn't hesitate to use it for 2D storytelling. For 3D, I could only see myself using it if I just needed kind of 1 or 2 animations that I couldn't quite find anywhere, but it'd have to be kind of a generic motion or something. It couldn't be anything too involved, nothing really involving too much walking or running or dancing or anything like that, because you're going to get too much foot drift and wonkiness. Like, I even noticed when you do the T-pose on this, that the arms never extend straight out. But I did notice if you went into the Rococo Studio and you made some adjustments on the arms, you can adjust your rig. You put in the height of the actor doing the motions, you put in that amount, and then right underneath that there's other adjustments you can type in there to make the rig match more with the person in reality. And I noticed when I did that, the T-pose was looking better and things like that. So anyway, those are just my initial impressions. Take care, have a great day, and I'll talk to you next time.